Ash Costello from New Year's Day.
And I'm Nikki Mesery.
And we're here in our studio today recording a cover of the My Chemical Romance song Sleep because the 10-year anniversary of the Black Parade is coming up. So we're going to be a part of the Rock Sound tribute album. We are so excited because My Chemical Romance is one of my favorite bands in the whole wide world. That's why I wore my Chemical Romance shirt. 2001, 2013, R.I.P. But they're going to come back.
I'm sure they will.
The first time I had ever heard of My Chemical Romance, it was our first guitar player New Year's Day gave me some burnt CDs, and he burnt me a band called My Chemical Romance. And this had to have been in like 2004 or 5, that was a while ago. And I listened to the whole CD, and the song that caught my attention was "Do You Know What They Do to Guys Like Us in Prison?" And I was an instant fan, but the burnt CD didn't have a picture of the band on it. So I didn't know what they looked like. I just loved the way they sounded. I loved his voice. So I've always been a fan of singers with voices that are perfectly imperfect. You know, he always had like broken notes and cracked notes and scratchiness and shit that just didn't make sense. And I love that about him.
I'm really excited to be a part of this album just because My Chem has been such an influential band on so many people, especially like, I believe it's one of the last like insane rock star bands to come out for a while. Who just like took from the street into such like a giant theatrical show, and you see like we're very similar in that sense of the show. So I'm just excited to be a part of it.
I remember the first time I saw what they looked like, I was watching TRL after school, like we all did, and I was laying on my stomach like watching TRL like this, and the video for I'm Not Okay came up on the countdown, and I instantly, like, I was already a goth kid, but I mean my gothness like skyrocketed after that. I like cut off the fingers of all my gloves and wore red eyeshadow around my eyes. I dyed all of my hair jet black. So I think at the time I was doing like pinks and blues and just trying to like find myself. So I was a teenager, and I just fell in love. I fell in love. Like, they not only were a band to me, they shaped who I was as a human being. So when it came time for New Year's Day to kind of like, okay, we're gonna be a real band, we're gonna do press photos, because this is before New Year's Day ever was like an actual thing. I don't even think we'd played a show yet at that point. That's how I wanted New Year's Day to look. I wanted to look and be and make other kids feel like the way My Chemical Romance made me feel, which is I felt like I belonged to something. So that's kind of where New Year's Day got that sort of sense of community from. It's totally from Gerard Way, and he's just such a fabulous frontman. And yeah, that's kind of what sold it.
The first time I discovered My Chemical Romance, I was sitting in my little couch in my apartment, and I opened up this magazine, and they had this dude just staring there with the exact same makeup as me, dressed the same way, and it was Gerard Way. And I was this one where he had like the red and black striped tie and this black suit, and his makeup was all smeared. And reminds me of a little somebody myself.
Thank you guys so much for watching the creation of our cover of the My Chemical Romance song Sleep.
Hope you guys have as much fun listening to it as we did making it.